project, I started with a bag of leaves and acorns from Hobby Lobby. And although they were pretty colors, they're very translucent, and when you put resin over them, they lighten up quite a bit. So I decided to spray paint them with the TAMIYA spray paints. I changed a few colors, plus I darkened up some of the other colors, and I think they turned out real pretty and will stand out a lot better on the project. Next, I took an 11 by 13 inch frame, removed the glass, cleaned the glass up, took Elmer's glue, put it around the perimeter of the back of the frame where the glass would sit. Then I replaced the glass and put Elmer's glue around the perimeter one more time. This serves two purposes. It helps to hold the glass in place, and it helps to prevent resin leaks when you put resin on the other side. The resin will permanently adhere the glass to the frame once the resin has dried. Now, this glue takes overnight to dry and sometimes up to 24 hours depending on how much glue you use. Once the glue was totally dry, I took painter's tape and put it around the perimeter of the back as an extra precaution against resin leaks. Next, I printed out a pumpkin that I had gotten off of the Cricut art that I have from my Cricut machine. I taped it to the back, and then I took some glitter glue and actually traced around the lines. I did not outline the flowers or greenery there. I just traced around the actual lines of the pumpkin. Glitter glue I had actually picked up at Hobby Lobby for 99 cents a while back, and this is actually the first time that I'm using it. Now, I went ahead and I let this dry overnight, and I thought the lines were too thin, so I went back over it again, and it's real easy to adjust. If you kind of mess up, I used a little toothpick and kind of pushed the glitter glue back in place. And again, I outlined everything, finished it up, and let this dry overnight. And again, I looked at it the next morning, and I decided to go over it one more time. I just wanted it nice and thick because I'm going to be using beads on this, and the beads are very chunky, and I want the gold glitter lines to be able to show up. So here I have a sleeve of real pretty beads that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. They're $6.99 a sleeve, and I actually used two of them for this pumpkin. And beads go on sale at Hobby Lobby every other week. So if they're not on sale when you go, wait till the next week. So these were actually $3.50 a sleeve, and they are so pretty. It's a real pretty combination. I thought it would be perfect for a pumpkin. And here you can see me with my toothpick. What I'm trying to do is move all of the beads off of those real pretty gold glitter lines because I want them to show. So I just take a few minutes to kind of shuffle the beads around. And then next I'm taking some green glass. This is fire glass, green fire glass that I had painted with the TAMIYA spray paint, and put that at the very bottom and also for the stem. And then next I take the leaves that I had painted and put those around on the bottom. And I do mess around with some bees and butterflies and whatnot, thinking I'll put one of those at the top. Next, I mixed up my resin. The resin I'm using for this project is the Naked Fusion, the original formula. This is the new and improved formula. This is best for molds and for glass on glass. It works really well. And what I do is I just start drizzling the resin over the beads and the glass first, and then once I get that all covered, I go ahead and I go around the perimeter and up into the corners. Now with resin, even though they say it's self-leveling, you do need to smooth it out, push it up into the edges and into the corners, because it does need a little help by you to be moved around. You can use your spoon, you can use your fingers, whichever you want. A lot of times I use both. I use the kitchen torch to get rid of bubbles. Once I finish a project, I always come back every 15 minutes to check for bubbles, to check for sediment. I use a toothpick to get any sediment out. I believe I did find a hair in this. I usually find a cat hair or two. And I always check for glass placement, or in this case bead placement, to make sure nothing has rolled off. It's really important that you keep it on a flat level surface. Usually by the next morning it's partially cured. You can touch it without leaving any fingerprints on it. All resin is different. You need to read the directions for the resin that you are using. It's in your best interest to cover it with a dust cover when you're done. Now for this, I mess around with these leaves for a long time, and I put different colored leaves up there, and I take pictures of it and I send it back to my daughter. I think I ended up with two gold leaves at the end and no bugs. Hey everyone, another project. So this one, fairly easy. I wanted to do it a different way. I always use the rhinestone chains, and I wanted to show you that you don't have to use rhinestone chains. The rhinestone chains are actually my favorite, but it can be done other ways. And this was actually a glitter glue. And that glitter glue, I looked on the container. I got that big thing of glitter glue for 99 cents. It must have been on sale at Hobby Lobby. I think I got a couple different colors at that time. But anyway, and I did end up going over it 3 times because I wanted it nice and thick so you could see it, and let it dry completely in between. And the beads, these beads, they're from Hobby Lobby also, and they come in sleeves like this. And I honestly don't see anything like this anywhere else. Michael's has tiny little tubes, fairly expensive, and they're little tiny beads. And this, the majority of them are like seed beads. These are like combination ones, and they have them in a few different colors. And I did use 2 full sleeves to fill this pumpkin up. And the normal price on these are $6.99, but beads go on sale every 2nd or 3rd week of the month. So, just look on their flyer. They have the flyer online. And wait till they go on sale, then they're only that would be $3.50. And so I just wanted to try something different. I thought the beads were real cute. Now these leaves I also got from Hobby Lobby, and they come in a package like this. These have leaves and acorns, I believe, and I think there might be other ones with leaves and pumpkins. And these are $4.49, and all their fall stuff is 40% off, so a great discount for that too. And although they are very pretty leaves and I like the colors, I wanted to change the colors, and I wanted them a little bit darker because they are quite translucent. And when you put resin over anything that's translucent, it becomes lighter. So I just wanted to darken it up a little bit so that the fall colors would pop, and then I changed the colors of some of them. And this green glass, I think that's actually Dollar Tree glass that I had sprayed a little bit darker green. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but I have a cute little frog over there. I thought he was going to blend in too much, but you can see him okay. And then at the last minute, well, not at the last minute, after everything had cured, the next day I came back and put this, I just thought it needed something at the top. I put that little dragonfly on there with UV resin. And UV resin is a great way to add something after you're done with the project. Like if maybe an area is thin and you need to add a couple more pieces of glass or whatnot, UV resin works great. And I just went ahead and I cured it from the back. Because it has to be, whatever you're putting it on, you have to have some translucency to be able to use the UV light on it. But anyway, all in all, I think it turned out cute. I hope you guys enjoyed the project. I hope you learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Have the Facebook page going. Amazing group of people. I tell you, they come up with stuff I could never think of. I started the Facebook page thinking I was going to help you guys. And I have learned so much from watching it because there's all sorts of glass artists on there, and with different levels of experience, and they're, everybody's different, so they think of different things I would never think of, and I have learned so much from it. So come join us there, and I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching.